Welcome, Scorpio. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for October the 24th. We have a card flip over here. The gratitude card comes out. Be grateful. Be grateful for what you have in your life so that you can build on it, so that new things can enter your life. See the wisdom of what you already have to work with, the solid foundation you already stand upon. Let's put that back in the deck. I'll give it another fast shuffle and cut and see what the energy is going to be for you this week. So if I didn't say it, thank you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your healing energy the last couple of weeks. Your positive, everyday support. Thank you so much. Now, the energy for you this week, it should be a wonderful week for you because you have the new moon at the end of the week in your sign, so it's your moon, it's your new moon. So, and I'm a firm believer. It must have been somebody very pessimistic that said you only can have one wish after 364 days of waiting. So, or 365. So, 10. Look at all areas of your life. Where do you want growth? Where do you want new beginnings? What magic do you want to come in your life in all areas of your life? Your spirituality, your stature in the community, your love, relationships, work, career, finances, health and well-being, your spirituality, and make wishes for all those areas. So, the Hangman. The Hangman is our first card, so it's contemplating how we want the balance to be in our life. Absolutely. Page of Swords. Judgment. And we have the Empress crossing over the Page of Swords. That's interesting. Let's stop there, and we have the Hangman as our very first card. So very much like we were sitting under that tree for the Gratitude card, now here we are hanging. We are understanding the balance. We are understanding what we want to come into our lives. We are looking at it. We are devising a plan. We are getting ready to go forward, to step into new beginnings, step into new awarenesses, new relationships, new partnerships. So, and how does the balance come into being, stepping into these new things? What do we need to leave behind? What do we need to end the chapters in order to go forward with new energy, positive energy? We have the Empress crossing over the Page of Swords, and I see Judgment sitting right next to it. So, this is, this is your inner child. This is allowing yourself to come out and be who you are and express yourself in all your beauty, all your creativity. This is stepping on the new paths. And I don't get her as, she's a very young and spontaneous energy, and many times I get that, ooh, be careful what you do, be careful what you say, but I don't get that at all. This is so your inner child. This is so your deepest passions and dreams and desires coming to the surface and saying that you can step into new paths, new beginnings. You can step into creative new beginnings, creative new paths, exploring new adventures. Judgment, we don't want to jump into things without thinking them through. We want to have good judgment, sound judgment. We want to think before we act. We know it's the long route. We know we need the determination behind us. We know that we need that passion fueled in us in order to go forward. We know we need to take in all the information to make the right step forward. And so Judgment is clearly here saying that we need to think it through, that we need to process all the information. Very much with this. Have we processed the information? It's going to be vital for you in stepping into those new creative beginnings of honoring your inner child, your passions, your dreams, your desires, and going forward in those passions, dreams, and desires. We have Justice as our underlying energy. What's strong cards for you, and this is wanting balance to come into our life, very much with the first card. So it's very much about securing our balance, knowing where our boundaries are, knowing where we have the surest foot going forward. making sure that we're balanced in all areas of our lives. Like I was saying with the wishes, okay? You want to be balanced in all areas of your life. You don't want to be putting too much energy into just one area of your life or one pot. You want to make sure that it is dispersed evenly, that you have the best of all worlds. You bring in the harmony, you bring in the love, the joy, the happiness. Eight of Wands is our overriding energy. So, did she show up in the daily, or did she show up in the weekly focus? I think she flipped out. I think she was the weekly, and she flipped out of the deck, and then she showed up as our second card. And very much I got the same thing, is what I was getting at. I got the very same feeling when I picked her up. Usually I get her looking too long term or looking at the end goal and not seeing the opportunities around. But it's almost like we know what opportunities can come into our life. It's how to go forward with them. That we are seeing, we're looking forward, but we're looking forward on how it all works together. How the gears fit into place. How we have that balance. How we have that security. How we bring in love and use our passions going forward. So yes, the wands show the opportunities coming in, but we are looking at how we need to incorporate those new opportunities, those new beginnings into our already existing path. So we have a balance, so it works. We have the Tower card. There's transformation for you, and Temperance. Oh, once again, the balance. Strong about balance this week. Keep that, present in your consciousness of how does this bring in balance. That should be a question that you're asking yourself in every decision you make. How does it bring in balance, or how can I regain the balance? Now, this card really doesn't surprise me because this is true transformation. This is, this could be something out of the blue. Now, whatever it is going to put you on a path that you are going to be able to bring in balance into your life. But we can't expect a new beginning without closing some chapters in our life. We can't expect new doors to open if we have all the doors behind us still open. We need to close some of those doors. We need to walk away from. We need to put closure on something. We maybe need to heal from something in order to step into the brightness, the spectacular being that we were meant to be. And this is the very core, just very much like I got your inner child here. With this one, I get almost your inner child with that light there, waiting to burst forward. So allow it to happen. Go with the flow. For work and career, we have the King of Pentacles. Wow, you are going to be able to see how to make money. Your thoughts, your epiphanies, write it down. Write down any ideas you have in order to grow your finances. Maybe how you are going to get that promotion or get that raise or step into that career path. Because you are strong. It's almost like you are intuitive in knowing, in some way, making money, and write it all down. Because you're going to want to revisit that, especially by Sunday. You're going to want to revisit that because that could be very well your new path forward, or one of your new paths forward. I don't think you are just stuck at one path forward here. I think that there's going to be an accumulation, that it touches different parts of your life and it comes together as one. So now some people don't like, I've heard now that some people don't like the work and career card, but it's what defines you. Okay, when we meet at a party, we'll say each other's names and then we'll say, what do you do? So what defines you? What do you do? Because that's where you're going to have the opportunities. Now, it could be health and well-being with Pentacles. It can always be health and well-being, but since it is in the work and career, I always lean right towards the finances. But it's the new ideas, it's the new aha moments, the epiphanies you have in how to go forward, to either bring in that sense of well-being, that sense of health and well-being, or how to create money, how to bring in more money, how to use your talents and abilities to go forward. to secure that income, to secure that job, to start that career. And for love and relationships, we have the Six of Swords. Relationships take work. There can be great success and there can be a very long journey ahead for the two of you, but it takes work. We don't get a motor. We don't even get a paddle. We get a stick. And that's all we get to maneuver that boat. So, you know, if we hit rocky waters, it's how much focus we put on the relationship, on the boat not tipping. So it's growing together. It's growing together through hard times and good. It's growing together. You know, it's not taking the easy way out. It's not, you know, closing a door where you really should be expanding that path and looking at how to build it deeper and stronger. There's a great strength here within relationships, but only if you work together. Only if you know that it takes hard work to maintain a beautiful relationship that is going to be long lasting. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.